Day 34 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, guys, we're back again. Another day, another LeetCode problem. Day 34. A lot of people didn't make it this far, but guess what? You did. I did. We're still here. We're not stopping anytime soon. So what I need you guys to do is go ahead, take your mouse, bring it over here, bring it right over here, click that subscribe button for me so we can run these subscriptions up. Then after this video finish, I need you to drop a comment in the comment section. Go ahead, all my bankers, drop that bank emoji in the comments for me so we can run this engagement up. Now, let's see what question we have here today. Today we have question number 724. Find the pivot index. And remember, guys, we're going down through the LeetCode 75. So this question difficulty level is easy. So you already know we're going to keep it simple and easy as possible. And I'm going to try to make this as easy to understand as possible. So let's see what the question says. It says, given an array of integer nums, calculate the pivot index of this array. The pivot index is the index where the sum of all the numbers strictly to the left of the index is equal to the sum of all the numbers strictly to the index's right. If the index is on the left edge of the array, then the sum is 0 because there is no elements to the left. This also applies to the right edge of the array. Return the leftmost pivot index. If no such index exists, return -1. Okay, so that seems like a lot. It seems like it's going to be hard. It's a little difficult to understand, but that's what these examples are for. So let's look at these examples and see what they say. Example 1, we have input nums equals an array of integers 1, 7, 3, 6, 5, and 6. The output is 3. The explanation is the pivot index is 3. Left sum equals nums 0, nums 1, and plus nums 2 equals, left sum equals nums 0 plus nums 1 plus nums 2 equals 1 plus 7 plus 3, which equals 11. Right sum equals nums 4 plus nums 5, which equals 5 plus 6, which equals 11. So let's break that down. We have the output is 3. So this right here, 3 is the pivot index. Actually, 6. This is index 3. The pivot, remember, index starts at 0. So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3. And this is where the pivot starts with the 5 and the 6, like right here. So if you add these 3 numbers right here, that's 11. Then if you add these 2 numbers right here, that's 11. So 6 is the pivot. However, we don't want the value of index 3. We want which index it is. And 6 falls on index 3 because it goes 0, 1, 2, 3. So the pivot index is 3 because 6 plus 5 equals 11 and 1 plus 7 plus 3 equals 11. So once we do 1, so what we're doing is we're doing 1 plus 7 plus 3. That equals 11. Boom. Then we pivot. This is where we pivot at because 6 plus 5 also equals 11. So that's where the pivot starts, index 3. Let's look at example 2 because there's other things that we have to check to see if they're true, and that our what we return is going to depend on that. So in example 2, input nums equals 1, 2, 3. Output -1. Explanation, there is no index that satisfies the conditions in this problem statement. So if you realize there's no index that satisfies the condition, and remember up here it says return the leftmost pivot index. If no such index exists, return -1. So when we come down here, no such index exists because we want the leftmost pivot index. And you might say 1 and 2 equals 3 and 3 equals 3. So why isn't index 2 the pivot index? Well, because the leftmost pivot index we want to return. And this is part of the last index and this is part of the new index. So it's just not going to work. Then let's look at example 3. If nums equals an array of integers 2, 1, and -1. The output is 0. Explanation, the pivot index is 0. Left sum equals 0. No elements to the left of the index is 0. Right sum plus 1 equals nums 1 plus nums 2, which equals 1 plus -1, which equals 0. So if you look here, the output is 0 because up here it says if the index is on the left edge of the array, then the left sum is 0 because there are no elements to the left. This also applies to the right edge of the array. So in this case, the pivot index would be index 0, but we're returning 0 because there are no numbers to the left of 0. So that's why it's 0. Then 1 minus 2 equals 0, but since there's no numbers to the left of the, what does it say? If the index is on the left edge of the array, then the left sum is 0. Because this is on the left edge of the array, we're just returning 0 because 1, that's the 0 index, and there's no other numbers to the left of the 0 index, so we're just going to return 0. So let's see how we are going to solve this, though. It's not that much code. It's not that difficult. We'll get through it, and it should be easy to understand, I hope, for you guys. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to say let right equal nums dot reduce. Then we're going to say 0, comma, plus. So what this is going to do is it's going to reduce all of the numbers in the array into one number, and it's going to add them, or excuse me, it's going to reduce all the numbers in the array into one number, and it's going to do that by adding all the numbers together, basically. So what this does is it gives us a 0. We're starting from 0. That lets us know we're going to start from 0, and this plus sign lets us know we're going to add all the numbers together. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to say declare variable called left, and we're going to set that equal to 0. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to say for I in 0 up to nums.count. Excuse me. Nums.count. We're going to say if left is equal to right minus nums I minus left, then what we're going to do is return I. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to say left plus equals nums I. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to say, return, if all else fails, return -1. And let's run it and see what happens. And it's accepted, so let's submit it, guys. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Let's see what it says. 46 milliseconds beats 65.02 users with Swift. That is not bad at all, guys. So until tomorrow, I'll see you guys then. Another day, another LeetCode problem. Remember, this is a learning process, so take as long as you need to make sure you understand what is going on here so that you can learn and you're actually gaining something from these videos. Until then, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.